Yo, what's up, Exiles? Welcome back to another build guide video. My name is Shifty. I'm back to bring to you another league starter for Path of Exile 2, 0.4, The Last of the Druids. My league starter for this league, for this upcoming league, is going to be none other than Plantcaster from Stormweaver. Okay, it's going to be a CI crit build, and we're going to be playing around this new Entangle skill that you see up there. It's a tentacle skill which whips the ground, multiple tentacles, and all of them overlap, or all of them can overlap rather on multiple enemies. Okay, it should be pretty fun and different. We're gonna be watering some plants. I'm looking forward to it. A different change of pace here. I always love spellcaster builds personally, so it's my personal favorite. And secondly, plants are new and they're different. The plants themselves are supposed to slow down the enemies, and we're supposed to water the plants, which is supposed to make the enemies easier to shock, which will have good synergy with Stormweaver. Okay, so let's see. Also, it's a physical spell. It's an area spell, and that's like literally it. Okay, that's like all the tags for it that we have to take note of. Now let's get rid of the trailer and let us crack into Path of Building, shall we? Path of Building. Okay, Path of Building here. Yeah, so once again, brief disclaimer, we know nothing about this skill or this class of skills. We know there's going to be more than one plant skill. We don't know how many or how, what the best one is going to be or how good the best one will be, or how viable they will be, but we know they look fun, and that's all that matters to me. And I can tell you that I planned accordingly, trying to make this build function as best as I could ahead of the league start, considering that we have no info. Okay, without further ado, let's crack straight into it, shall we? So I broke down the leveling trees into nice and easy to digest chunks. Okay, so we have level 24 here is where you're first gonna shoot for. Okay, level 24, you're just gonna head straight for cut to the bone. Okay, this is we're gonna go first for lab number 1. You're gonna go at level 40. You're gonna come up here and you're gonna start heading towards tempered mind. Okay, and you're also gonna get this area damage. Okay, level 54, you should start grabbing crit. And you're going to be getting lab number 2. Level 74 is lab number 3, is roughly what your tree will look like here at that time. And then level 90, this is what I would call the core tree. This is like all the nodes that matter to me. If by chance, well, they are adding a bunch of new nodes to the tree. So if there's anything new that's good for the build, add it to this core section, to this part here, and then build on top of that and convert it to the CI version later. And that's what I'll be doing. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the next step right now, which is the CI version. Okay, so notice how this is level 90, this level 99. This says it's the core points are here. That means like after this and before that, before you go CI and after you get to the core tree, you can just pick like literally anything you want. Okay, you can pick whatever points you want, whatever damage nodes or defensive nodes you want, or mana regen. It doesn't matter. Okay, you can pick whatever your heart desires. Okay, so yeah, I encourage you to do so. And then once you get good energy shield gear, only once you're ready, you're gonna swap to the CI tree. CI is short for Chaos Inoculation. Okay, so this is the energy shield tree. You'll notice that we grab some energy shield on the tree here and here. And I'm considering grabbing more. It just depends on how the build's feeling. Really, so yeah, that's all the trees right there. This is going to be a pretty short video with that being said, because we don't have a lot to go off of, right? And it just is what it is. So I'm just trying to get this out to you as quickly as possible because I am pretty busy with IRL stuff. I did manage to prepare for the upcoming league, even though we don't have much info. So the things that will scale it are things like spell damage, physical damage, cast speed, crit, and I think there's like one more thing that I'm not thinking of. Anyways, is there anything else that I'm not thinking of? Area damage. Area damage. There we go. That's 5 things. 5 ways that you can scale it. I suspect that the new staves, there's going to be new staves for the plant casters. I suspect that those will have physical damage on them as an affix that you can roll. I recommend you look for that on your staves when you're rolling them. Look for the % increased physical damage, assuming it's not rolling the local flat fizz on the weapon, assuming that it's a % global mod. Okay. And that should be pretty saucy. Okay, so we can go into the items and you can see just kind of what I'd recommend here for a staff. This is not the base type of the staff. The base type of the staff that we can use is not in Path of Building yet. We don't know what any of the bases even look like yet. But what we do know is there's some new staves for the plant caster, and this is about what you would look for the mods. As a +1 to this, you would look for physical damage, okay? Instead of one of the damages extra, or instead of spell damage, either or. Okay, all this is really generic gear. I'm not going to go over this. For the default, literally just go for chaos res on your rings and just try to pad your resistances and life everywhere else. The energy shield on these gear, these pieces of gear, ignore it for the life-based version. Because early on, you're going to be life-based. I mean, energy shield's nice and all, but you don't have to shoot for it if you don't want to. Okay, but late game is really just perfectly rolled ES gear, and that's like literally all I put here. And that, and like a perfect amulet, of course, for both the life-based and ES-based versions. And then Shavronne Satchel is what I recommend for your belt for one after you go CI. The reason for that is because there's like no good ES mods that you can get on like rare belts, so I recommend a unique belt. This is one that is affordable that I would recommend to you, and it adds a lot of survivability so that you can keep using your life flask. Okay, it's usually like under a divine at the very start of the league, and then the price falls pretty quickly. So yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about getting one of these. By the time you want to go Chaos Inoculation, you will probably have more than enough currency for one, and then some. Okay. So, and these are the kind of things you'll look for on a jewel. Shock magnitude, ailment magnitude, etc. Crit. For the skill section, once again, we don't have the skill in POB yet. The only one that we know of so far is Entangle is the name of the skill. This one is it's really standing in for all fizz spells, Reap, because it has the area tag and it's physical. So that's why this one's here. Just go ahead and replace that with Entangle, and these should be the perfect gems for it. Okay, so I hope that helps you. I hope this video helps you. This did end up being a pretty short one, but that is not a bad thing. Short and sweet is good. Okay, so I'm glad that I was able to share my upcoming build guide with you guys. I put a decent amount of effort into getting this ready for myself, so I figure I may as well share it with the world, because I've been making builds for so long. I feel that I do some good by sharing them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy the content that I make, if you want to support me, you can do so by subscribing to my channel. You can do so by liking this video, and you can do so by commenting. And or you can also watch the whole video all the way through, I guess. I mean, that would also help for letting the algorithm know that my shit is good content. Okay, but you don't have to do that if you don't feel like it, you know. I mean, if it's not actually good content, then don't stay for the whole video, you know. But anyways, I think that just about cuts it. That just about wraps it up. I mean, we've gone over disclaimer, we've gone over the tree, we've gone over the skills. We don't have any other information about the build. The only other thing is that on the off chance, so I predict that out of all the new plant skills, we might just get one that is like has a big cooldown, like Hammer of the Gods. I think we're gonna get it like a Hammer of the Gods spell, maybe for this, hopefully. And if we do, then we might go Chronomancer. we might pivot to Chronomancer, just maybe. So it's like a small brief side note there that we might go Chronomancer if there happens to be a Hammer of the Gods like plant skill, so that way we can double cast it on bosses, right? So yeah, that's the goal there. Or that's the idea for the future. If you don't like running blindside, just feel free to replace it with any old crit gem, any other crit support gem. I mean, okay. All right, so that wraps up everything in the VOD. Everything on the tree. Be sure to follow the tree. Also one other thing. One other thing. There is a second CI tree. It is not as good, but it's the second tree I'm considering, okay? So I'm considering dropping everything over here for a tree that looks more like this. It's not a big difference, but we do lose damage doing this, so it's just not worth it, I don't think. Considering that we lose damage, it just never becomes worth it. But this is just the other option I was considering, to get more points or to invest into more. I don't know. It's a denser tree. And I thought that I would be getting more damage, but I didn't. But this is just the other thing I was considering. If anyone was wondering about other ideas for the tree, this is my other idea for the tree. You might be able to mix and match the two. You can intermesh them, you know what I'm saying? You can take some from the other CI tree and some from this one and kind of mix them together if you want. There shouldn't be any problem with that for any reason I can think of. So yeah, hope this video helped you. Hope this video found you. And I hope that you guys have a good league start, okay? I'll see you on the next one. You can expect a build update from me in the next 10 to 14 days, if not sooner. This can either be a 2-part guide or 3. I either do 2 videos or 3, depending on how good the build is. If the build is really, really good, I'll release something in like 3 days after league start, okay? 3 days. Give me 3 days to like kind of figure out what skills are what and what support gems I should use, just to get like a basic recommendation for everyone out there. And then I'll put something out if it's really good. So yeah, but if it's not that good, then I'll just have a wrap up 2 weeks afterwards. Roughly 2 weeks after league start, I do a wrap up, whether I do 3 or not. So yeah, that's what you could expect from me in the future. But yeah, thanks once again. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. And also, it's a hard world out there, exiles. Stay safe.